Hey there, and welcome to Digging Out of Debt with Lanette. And today I am going to tell you how to spend $0 on back to school shopping. If you saw my last video, What Are You Spending on Kids' Clothes? I told you that this year we spent $0 on back to school shopping. And I'm sure you're wondering, how exactly do you do that? Well, my friend, it is called the clothing pipeline. Okay, let me tell you about it. My oldest son is now 10, but shortly after he was born, I met a woman who quickly became my BFF. And she had a son who was a year older than mine. She also had two nephews who were a little older than her son. So she would get these really nice clothes from her nephews and they'd come to her. And then her son would wear them. And when he was done with them, they would come to us. And so we've always had this influx, Lincoln's entire life, of really nice clothing for him to wear. And then we had two more boys. So the clothes are making their way down our own family pipeline and are being used by our boys. We have never had to buy a winter coat for our kids. We've never had to buy a snowsuit. Last year was the first time we ever actually purchased a pair of winter snow boots for Lincoln. They have always come down this clothing pipeline from my friend and her family. The only things we've had to buy are things like underwear, white undershirts, and even white undershirts have come down the pipeline in immaculate condition, like brand new. They never wore them and they come down to us. And it was totally awesome. Even socks and stuff like that come down to us like brand new. It is just amazing. We've had to buy an occasional pair of jeans or pants for Lincoln simply because he's a little on the small side, so he wears a slim in some things. But we literally have spent so little on Lincoln, it is almost insane. And when people know that you are open to receiving used clothing, they will literally start coming out of the woodwork. I've had so many people over the years just ask me and say, do you need any clothes for Lincoln or Wyland or Kinley? And I'm always like, yeah, sure, thanks, I'd love it. But then we go through everything and we take out what the kids can wear and will wear, and then we pass the rest along to someone else. And literally, I have gigantic bins of clothing just sitting around waiting for them to grow into, which is really awesome. It's like having your own clothing and shoes library. And with boys, especially, the styles don't really change. It's not like boys at the ages of my kids are really into trendy clothing yet. They pretty much wear whatever is in their drawer and whatever they feel comfortable in, and they could really care less whether it was last season's or 2 seasons or 3 seasons clothing ago. They don't care. So there you have it. The trick of the clothing pipeline is to find someone who has kids who are slightly older or slightly bigger than yours and ask them if they can pass their clothes down to you. And then you can pass your clothes on down to someone else. If someone asks you, always say yes. You don't have to use everything. You just take out what you know you need and what you can use, and then you pass along the rest to bless someone else. So find someone on the giving end of the pipeline, someone, who can give clothing to you, and then find someone on the receiving end of the pipeline who can you give clothes to. Be open to receiving clothes for your kids and then pass them on to the next family who can benefit from them. If you want more videos on how to save money, click subscribe. Thanks.